Okay, so this gun, um, I've been having a lot of problems with this upper. I swapped this upper for a 5.56 upper that I had. It's a 5.5, sorry, for a 300 blackout upper that I had. This one's a 5.56, and that's it right there. Expected it. I've already got a lightweight build AR, and I wanted this one to be kind of a longer range AR. So I thought the stainless 1A twist barrel and all that would be the ticket. I've been getting like 4 MOA out of the damn thing. I swapped scopes. I had just a regular glass on here, and so I swapped scopes to this digital scope. For number one, I would get a digital record video actually of my shots to see how much of it might be me. And then also to see if there might have been an issue with the other scope or the other scope mounting. So I just shot this thing. This was the first group I shot, and this was with Defender remanufactured 55 grain 223. Pretty good group except for that flyer. Second group I shot, kind of similar, except the group itself opened up. Plus a flyer. That's the third group I shot, not getting any better. And then I switched ammo to some Georgia Arms 55 grain and also remanufactured. So that's not too bad. Again, that's not much better than about a 2 MOA group though. But still, you know, it's the best one I've ever shot with that upper so far. Then I went to some Federal Tactical 62 grain, and it didn't do very well. Then I went to 5 rounds of American Eagle 55 grain, and it was all over the place. That's pretty much similar what I've been getting out of this upper. And then I went back to the Defender 55 grain remanufactured, and so that was a horrible group. That one down on the right, forget about it. But that's so it opened up from this in the beginning. Now same ammo. Now I'm shooting this, and then I had 4 rounds left, and I went to the center of this because it was the last one I had, the last bullseye. It was unmolested, and that's look at the difference between that 4 rounds and that 4 rounds. Except for the flyer there. So I don't know if something's happening when it heats up, or it sure did seem to like those. I guess that was a Georgia Arms. Yeah, that was a Georgia Arms. Of shooting those groups and here in just a second, but I just wanted to show this first. This is a screen capture that I made of the video editing software with all the audio or all the video captures from the scope. They were all separate files, and I had it set up to do what's called recoil activated recording. The way it's supposed to work is when it notices the recoil, it's supposed to have 10 seconds of video before the shot, since 10 seconds of video after the shot. And when I used this previously, only one other time, we had several people, different people shooting it. Nobody was shooting very fast at all, and so what I wound up with was clips all exactly the same size with the shot directly in the middle of the clips, which is exactly the way it's supposed to work. However, this time, I was shooting groups, and I wasn't waiting the full 10 seconds sometimes between shots. So I think that wound up confusing the thing, and what I got now, as you can see here, is a bunch of clips, all varying sizes, some of them with one shot, some of them with multiple shots, some of them with a shot in the middle, some with them with a shot right at the beginning, some of them with no shots at all. So what wound up is, as you see the video, some of the times I didn't get all 5 shots. I shot pretty much all 5 shot groups except for the last one because I ran out. But there. You will notice that a couple of the first groups, I think, it didn't show all 5 shots, didn't capture them, and then toward the end, I think there was one that it didn't capture the very last shot. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. Some of the shots weren't taken in the exact frequency that it shows. Some of them were taking a little bit longer, I guess, between shots. And what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to maybe even show a couple of the first few in slow motion, first one or two, just because you can do that, and it's kind of cool to see exactly where your dot was on the bull when you pull the trigger. And then after that, I'm going to run the remainder of it at like double speed, just so you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing at normal speed. So here we go. Okay, so if you're still here, I'm guessing that you're might be kind of a geeky guy or girl, and what I was going to do is just give a quick little overview of why those shots are on the extra bullet holes are on the right hand paper. As you might have guessed, they were part of the sight-in process, but I wanted to kind of just tell you how it works on this digital scope, which is kind of interesting. Most people know, that have been shooting rifles for a while, that if you take your shot and wherever it lies on the paper, if you can hold your rifle perfectly still and move your turrets and or adjust your sights so that they're right on where the bullet actually hit, then you got a one shot zero theoretically anyway. The hard part about that is holding your rifle perfectly steady, because once it moves, you've lost your reference, and it doesn't work. Well, the cool thing with the digital scope is it's got, when you put it in zero reticle mode, it has two reticles superimposed over each other. So you take your shot, and then you move one of the reticles, leaving the other one stationary up to the bullet impact point. So now you really can do that, and it works pretty well actually. Unfortunately, in this case, the scope has never been shot on this rifle before. My first shot was completely off the paper. So I walked up to about split the difference of when I went from 50 yards to about 25 yards, took a standing shot, and it is the round that is in the upper right quadrant, the farthest one out, near that bull there. So I took another one, and just to verify. And I mean, I was in a good standing position. I was wobbly and all that. So the second one is also in the upper right quadrant, but is about 3 inches closer to the bull. So I thought, okay, I'll put my point of reference right. I'll guess it's about right in the middle of between there. So I walked back to the bench. And since I'm now twice as far away from when I took those shots, I'm going to have twice the error. So I'm thinking my point is going to be up near the corner of the page, my reference point. So what I did was I just actually put it on the not the actual top right corner of the paper, but of the squares. So I put it up there, took another shot, nothing, not on the paper. So I walk up there again, 25 yards. I take another shot, and it's the one in the lower left quadrant, just below the horizontal line. So then I went ahead and adjusted it as best I could, standing there all wobbly and everything, there. And then I got the one. No, that's right. I stood there and adjusted as best I could there. Then I went back to the bench, took my I guess this would be fourth shot at that point, and then I got the one that's in the upper left-hand quadrant, just left of the vertical line. Then, since I was on paper and sitting at the bench in a stable place, I could make use of that function, and I did it again. Moved the other cursor up there, put it on there, and then my fifth shot, sight-in shot, was the one just above the bull there. I decided to go with that because I didn't have any confidence in the accuracy of this upper any better than that anyway. So I went with that, and that's why those shots were there. And then I started my groups up on the other target on the left-hand side there, like you saw. So I thought you might just be interested in that, how that works on this rifle.